Back in its day, this would have been a lot better than a team of horses, so the farmers really looked forward to being able to purchase a tractor like this.
Here's a rare pair. One is a 1948 Avery V, and the other is a 1951 Minneapolis Moline V. Both part of Ron Maeder's collection in Papillion, Nebraska. Don't let the different colors fool you. You might say these two tractors are twins under the skin.
And in 1951, Minneapolis Moline purchased Avery and simply painted the tractor prairie gold. The only difference between the Mini Mo and the Avery is the years that they were built and the color and the nameplate. And if you look on the front corner of the Mini Mo, it says Minneapolis Moline Avery V, and that's what makes it really rare. This one I bought as is, and the person that I bought it from had been in the family since it was new, and thought it was kind of unique to have something this old in the shape that it's in.
By purchasing the Louisville, Kentucky-based BF Avery company, Minneapolis Moline finally got the single plow tractor its lineup was missing. With its new paint job and a new badge on the front end, the little V joined the Mini Mo family.
It's a pretty fun tractor to have. This tractor was actually restored when I purchased it. It does have a Continental 4-cylinder engine, fairly easy to get parts for. It'll run about 11.5 horsepower. And one of the rare things on the tractor back then was the hydraulics. This actually has a hydraulic system on it. It does not have a power takeoff, but the hydraulics was added to this one.
Whether carrying the Avery name and colors or dressed up as a Minneapolis Moline, Ron figures these little tractors would have been handy as heck for small acreage farmers back in the late 1940s and early 50s.
Right after World War II, people were getting back home and farming, and they were trying to replace a team of horses. So these smaller tractors just basically replaced a team of horses. And the beautiful thing about that is you brought them in and you just shut them off. You didn't have to worry about rubbing them down and feeding them their oats and stuff. It was saved the farmer a lot of time. They're a very simple design, easy to work on. They have to be if I work on them. But very easy to work on, easy to start. The seat has a nice spring system so that the helps take some cushion away from the long hours in the field. Everything is here right here handy. You have a starter system. You can turn it on and start it here. Shifting mechanism. And over on this other side is your throttle and your choke, your brakes and your clutch. So everything is very accessible.
Lots of collectors, even those familiar with the Mini Mo line, have never seen a Model V. That's because they weren't around for very long. After 2 years, Minneapolis Moline dropped Avery along with the Model V.
There's not very many of them out there. It didn't ever pan out that they sold very many of them, so they only had it in production for a year and a half.
Besides his twin tractors of different colors, Ron has a large collection made up of small tractors. Early on, he decided to specialize in rare, lower horsepower models of each brand.
I decided not to go with just one particular flavor, one particular brand, but I just go for smaller horsepower. A lot of people are, a Massey or a Mini or a John Deere, and they just bleed their particular color, and I decided I just wanted to have a collection that was a little bit different. And this is the John Deere. When I purchased it, it was green, and when we sandblasted, overhauled it, and fixed it up, we found yellow paint underneath it. John Deere had pulled 434 of these tractors off the assembly line in 39, 40, and 41. They started to make the industrial grade of the L in 42, but this is one of the ones that they pulled off the assembly line and painted yellow. So it's a little bit rarer tractor. And the Porsche is a fun tractor if you take it to shows and stuff. This is a Porsche Diesel Junior. It's a 1-cylinder diesel. It's a very slow tractor, so to compete in slow tractor races is great. And it is a conversation piece at a show or a parade. And then my Silver King, this used to be the Plymouth Tractor Company, and then they changed the name to Silver King. And this is a fun little tractor, very fast tractor. They used to use a lot of these in Hollywood, California, pulling sets from the studio to studio. And the Earthmaster is special to me because it pulled my daughter from the church to the reception hall on her wedding day. We had the groom and the bride and the ring bearer and the flower girl in the trailer behind this. In fact the Minneapolis Moline Model V also pulled my other daughter from the church reception hall on her wedding. So I think the two daughters probably claim those tractors.
A believer in preserving America's small tractor history, Ron Maeder has support from his entire family. They all appreciate his outstanding collection of small classic tractors.
Probably the secret behind it is my wife has become hooked also. She enjoys going to the tractor shows. My whole family does enjoy them. The grandkids love them. When the grandkids come down, I feel like the history is being preserved because they're talking about consistently on who gets what tractor and whose tractor, and I don't think I actually own any of these. I think they've all been claimed by other members of the family.
We really appreciate that you're catching classic tractor fever. If you'd like to see more great tractors, be sure to check out these other classic stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep our classic tractor stories rolling.